Well, hello there. Welcome to Just the Discs, where we talk about Blu-rays here. This will be a pretty quick installment, as I don't have too much to talk about, except I just got my Vinegar Syndrome package for the month of September, and at least one really big title in here, and some other stuff that I'm curious about that I don't know as well. But we'll start with the biggie. We have the Amityville Horror, the original film. As you can see, James Brolin, Margot Kidder, Rod Steiger. This is coming to us in 4K. 1979 film in 4K with a lovely slip from Vinegar Syndrome. They're really stepping up to the plate with a lot of big titles. You know, we just got Roadhouse announced as the, I guess, Black Friday title, part of the Black Friday, halfway to Black Friday pre-order, the UHD Roadhouse. So we're getting some MGM. They obviously have some kind of MGM deal. This is also an MGM title as far as I know. So there's some heavy hitters there, and it's exciting to see each month's announcements from Vinegar Syndrome as they are dipping into some big studio releases and bringing out often the first 4K of some of these titles. I'm definitely a fan of this movie. It's been a little while for me, but I like James Brolin a lot. If you haven't seen The Car, that is highly recommended for your Halloween October viewing. One of my favorite demonic, possessed, whatever, vehicles movies. It's great stuff. I love The Car, and James Brolin is great in that. Margot Kidder, also great. We have, of course, the story of the Amityville Horror based on some truth. George Lutz, his wife Kathy, and their 3 children have just moved into a beautiful and improbably cheap Victorian mansion nestled in the sleepy coastal town of Amityville. And Long Island. However, their dream home is concealing a horrific past, and soon each member of the Lutz family is plagued by the increasingly strange and violent visions of and impulses and flies. Fearing for their sanity, they consult with Father Delaney, who realizes a dark supernatural presence has consumed the home and is attempting to propel the Lutz family into becoming its latest victims of unspeakable acts of violence. One of the most acclaimed and terrifying horror films of the 70s, Stuart Rosenberg's, of course, this is from the director of Cool Hand Luke, folks, just in case you forgot. The Amityville Horror features powerhouse performances from James Brolin, Margot Kidder, Rod Steiger, and cult star Don Stroud, with a chilling screenplay by Sandor Stern based on Jay Anson's best-selling book, and the unnerving score by Lalo Schifrin, which I forgot he did the score to this, which is great. Proud to present the UHD debut of Amityville Horror, stunningly restored in 4K from its 35mm original camera negative, and featuring a comprehensive selection of new archival interviews, which you can see here. Commentary track with Dr. Hans Holzer, PhD in parapsychology, author of Murder in Amityville, also included as a 1080p Blu-ray disc containing everything on the UHD disc. My Amityville Diaries, a brand new making of documentary featuring interviews with the cast and crew. For God's Sake, Get Out, archival making of documentary with interviews with actors James Brolin and actress Margot Kidder. Brolin Thunder, interview with actor James Brolin from 2017. Child's Play, an interview with actor Mino Paluche from 2017. Amityville Scribe, interview with screenwriter Sandor Stern from 2017. Devil in the Music, an interview with composer Lalo Schifrin from 2017. So this one is just really stacked with stuff. This is a Region A Blu-ray release. Obviously, the 4K is all region. But very excited to check out Amityville again. It's just been just the right amount of time. This is arriving, just in time for October. So it's kind of perfect in that sense. What else have we got? We have one called Buried Alive, Edgar Allan Poe's Buried Alive, not to be confused with at least one other film I can think of called Buried Alive, which actually I like very much. Some secrets are best left buried. Very cool slipcover. And this one, I don't know if I know it too well. This is from 1989, I believe. Yep. This is Region A. Janet has taken a job as a teacher at Ravenscroft, a girls' reform school for juvenile delinquents. Not long after arriving, Janet's dreams become plagued with haunting visions of a mysterious brick wall, coupled with the very real increase in disappearances of the facility's young pupils. While dismissed by the headmaster as nothing more than runaways, Janet is not convinced and begins investigating the history of the school and its assortment of unbalanced staff members. From acclaimed director and editor Gerard Kikoin, guy who directed Edge of Sanity, nice, comes Buried Alive, a macabre contemporary reimagining of Edgar Allan Poe's classic tale, The Black Cat, which obviously we've seen adapted as other films as well. Starring Robert Vaughn, very cool, Donald Pleasance, horror film legend John Carradine, erotic and cult film superstar Ginger Allen, and featuring arresting visuals from Kikoin's regular cinematographer Gerard Lubeau. Vinegar Syndrome is excited to debut this underseen piece of French South African slasher cinema on Blu-ray, newly restored in 2K and featuring an array of interviews with the cast. What is the transfer on this one? Newly 35mm interpositive. It looks like it's got a cool mask happening in this. Yeah, no, I'm into this. This looks cool. A new slasher. And that cast sounds great. So this is one that was sort of off my radar, as much as I definitely dug the Arrow release of Edge of Sanity from earlier this year. Ginger's Antics, interview with actress Ginger Allen. Well, I Want to Be an Actor, interview with actor William Butler, reversible cover artwork. So not a ton of features, but regardless, slasher, baby. This is coming for October, perfect timing. It's Buried Alive from 1989. And then we have Mutant Hunt, which is definitely a film I have heard of. And is this I don't know why I thought this was never mind. Mutant Hunt. So very cool slipcover. I do remember an image of like this guy with the long arm reaching out in a different, this is obviously some new artwork, but the traditional artwork. And yeah, so no, this one I've heard interesting things about. Another cool looking face on this one, on the back of this one. In the near future of 1992. Oh, I like that. This is from 1987, I think. Okay. Robots have become a facet of everyday life, like Dr. Z, the diabolical head of one of the country's top robotics firms, has developed a solution named Euphoron, which, when injected into the cyborgs, transforms them from manservants into impossibly strong and powerful killing machines in an attempt by Dr. Z to take absolute power. Realizing the implications of Dr. Z's actions, the chief robotics engineer Paul Haynes attempts to stop the robot takeover, only to be kidnapped with his sister Darla. After achieving a dangerous escape, Darla then enlists the help of tough as grit bounty hunter Matt Riker, and the two begin a quest to destroy the murderous machines. The first of a series of bonkers direct-to-video films directed by Tim Kincaid, Breeders, Robot Holocaust, for producers Charles Band's Empire Pictures. Yeah, see, I thought this was a Full Moon thing or something. That's what I was trying to remember. Mutant Hunt is set in a grimy neo-apocalypse vision of New York City, where the robots, mutants, and oppressive government control clash with new wave fashion and sci-fi infused action. Starring Rick Gianassi, Ron Rinaldi, Adrian Lee. Vinegar Syndrome brings this classic slice of 80s video store weirdness to Blu-ray from a brand new 4K restoration created from its 35mm original camera negative. So that's cool, newly scanned. And in terms of features, we have a commentary track with film historian Elizabeth Purcell. Looking forward to that. Mutant Maker, 18 minutes, an interview with special make effects artist Ed French. And then If You Want Me to Box with a Kangaroo, 56-minute interview with actor Dr. J. Buzz von Ornsteiner. Long Arm of the Hunt, 24 minutes, an interview with actor Mark Legan. Very cool stuff. Region A, this is another MGM, I guess. Definitely looking forward to Mutant Hunt. This is one I meant to see like years ago because it was on Amazon Prime forever, and some friends had said it was fun, so glad to get a Blu-ray of it. Always fun to have something that was sort of on your radar suddenly presented to you in a nice version. Lastly, we have The Iceman Cometh with Yuan Bao, Maggie Chung, and Yuan Hua. And this is another one that's sort of off my radar. Nice slip. And this one is from 1989 as well. Also Region A. It is... Let's see here. Fang Xiaoqing is the chief royal guard during the Ming Dynasty, whose job is to protect the emperor at all costs, including with his own life. One day, Qing discovers that one of his men, Feng San, is a sadistic rapist with a penchant for murdering his victims by breaking their limbs. After Feng San attacks the princess and several other women, Qing is tasked by the emperor with hunting down and killing him in order to restore his own honor. However, things take an unexpected turn when the two men come face to face for a duel to the death, only to become literally frozen in time by a mystical device known as the Wheel of Life and Death. 300 years later, in modern Hong Kong, Qing and Feng San are accidentally thawed out, unfamiliar to its surroundings. Qing struggles to adapt to his strange new environment and soon finds himself at the mercy of an obnoxious call girl named Polly while attempting to continue to search for Feng San. But little does he know that Feng San is adapting quite nicely to both weapons and crime-ridden modern world and is beginning to resume his murderous ways. Featuring an awesome action-packed final face-off that ranks among the most over-the-top in Hong Kong cinema. Clarence Folks' Iceman Cometh skillfully combines daring action set pieces with fantasy and horror elements, all wrapped in a comedic fish-out-of-water scenario, packed with memorable and death-defying stunt work, including a fight on top of a Jeep hanging from a construction crane, and starring Hong Kong action superstar Yuan Bao righting wrongs, which obviously Vinegar Syndrome brought out last month or the month before. Legendary stuntman Yuan Hua and acclaimed actress Maggie Chung. Vinegar Syndrome is proud to present this piece of genre-defining Hong Kong cinema, complete with sword fights, gunplay, and healthy dose of dark mystical elements. Let's see here. Disc 1 contains the original 115-minute Hong Kong cut presented with the following mono soundtrack options: Cantonese original language with newly translated English subtitles and 2 English dub soundtracks, original and late period redub. Very nice. Also included on this disc are the following special features: a brand new commentary with film historian and author Sam Deegan, excellent. Frame by frame by frame by frame, a brand new interview with cinematographer Poon Han Sang, a Warrior Prince, an interview with actor Yuan Bao, Nemesis, an interview with actor Yuan Hua, Hong Kong trailer, etc. It doesn't say anything about the transfer, so I don't know if this is an existing scan, I guess, maybe. Disc 2 contains the extended 122-minute Mandarin language cut presented with its original mono soundtrack with newly translated English subtitles. Also Region A. So that is it for the most recent bundle I got from Vinegar Syndrome. Just wanted to show you guys what was a part of it and talk about how I'm excited to watch several of these. So thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.